What if justice demanded something from you that felt uncomfortable? What if doing the right thing meant standing against your own people? Let me ask you honestly, if the truth was in favor of a Yahudi and against a Muslim, would you still support the truth? This is not just a question. It's a test of character. Because real insaf, real justice, is not about emotions, loyalty, or identity. It's about truth. Pure, unbiased truth. One of the most powerful examples of this comes from the time of Prophet Muhammad. There was an incident involving a dispute between a Muslim and a Yahudi. A piece of armor had been stolen, and suspicion quickly fell on the Yahudi man. In a society where Muslims were in the majority, it would have been very easy to assume that the Muslim was innocent and the Yahudi was guilty. Think about it: pressure from the community, emotional bias, and the natural instinct to defend your own people. Everything was pointing in one direction, but justice doesn't follow pressure. As the case unfolded, the reality started to come out. Evidence revealed that the accusation against the Yahudi was false. The Muslim involved was actually responsible. This was the turning point, a moment where truth stood on one side and loyalty stood on the other. Now imagine the situation. Supporting the truth meant going against a Muslim and ruling in favor of a Yahudi. It wasn't easy, it wasn't popular, but it was right. And that's exactly what happened. The decision was made based on truth, not identity. The Yahudi was declared innocent, and the Muslim was held accountable. This was not just a legal ruling, it was a message to humanity. A message that justice in Islam is not biased. It does not change based on who you are. It remains firm even when it challenges your own side. This principle is strongly emphasized in the Quran, where believers are commanded to stand firmly for justice, even if it is against themselves, their parents, or their relatives. Just think about that level of honesty, a system where truth is more important than relationships, identity, or emotions, because the reality is, most people struggle with this. In everyday life, we often defend our friends, our families, and our communities even when they are wrong. We justify their actions, ignore the facts, and convince ourselves that loyalty is more important than truth. But that's not justice. That's bias. Real insaf demands courage. It demands that you step back, remove your emotions, and look at the situation for what it truly is. It asks you to stand with the truth, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it isolates you, even when it goes against everything you want to believe. The story of ruling in favor of a Yahudi teaches us something powerful. Justice is not about who is standing in front of you. It's about what is right. Because at the end of the day, justice is not proven when it benefits you. Anyone can support fairness when it works in their favor. The real test is when it doesn't. So the next time you are faced with a situation where truth and loyalty are in conflict, ask yourself one simple question. Am I standing with what is right, or just with who is mine? Because true insaf doesn't take sides. Stands alone with the truth.